the man never expected that in just one day his territory would gain 12 new residents, all because the neighboring Kashtex territory had a civil war. To reduce the population, the poor village kicked out 12 elderly women. The leader Maya used her divination to calculate that seeking refuge with the main guy was their only chance. Thinking about gaining 12 new residents at once, Diaz broke into a bright smile. His old comrade Klaus, however, could not understand his decision. Those elderly women couldn't provide any labor. Was it really okay to give them food and shelter for free? Diaz just smiled and said they were all over 70. He would have to ask them for their secret to longevity. Klaus quickly understood right. Diaz had always been that kind of person. Back when the kingdom was invaded, the commander ordered everyone to abandon the civilians trapped in the shelter. Only Diaz stayed behind and searched for survivors. He and Klaus fought 2 against 100. Through the entire night, they held the town together. Even after becoming a lord, his kindness and sense of justice never wavered. Klaus felt ashamed of his earlier thoughts and resolved to fully support Lord Diaz. But precisely because Diaz was so kind, he had no idea that the reward from the king had been stolen by the greedy second prince. Currently 5 princes and princesses were fighting for the throne. The third princess who visited before Tian had little influence, likely trying to recruit Diaz. This royal faction struggle would probably keep affecting Diaz territory. In the future, Diaz not only built yurts for his new residents, but also a meeting hall for gatherings. Maize wool could be spun into thread and cloth. That job was perfect for the elderly. Now with more people around, Diaz wanted to build a village, but struggled with naming it. Arna suggested calling it Iluku Village, which meant starting village in the old tongue. Everyone agreed. Diaz declared it decided, and since they were building a village, they naturally needed more residents. Maya suggested selling dragon materials to buy slaves, but Diaz absolutely hated slavery. He had seen too many miserable slave soldiers in battle. He planned to ban the possession and trade of slaves in his territory. Hearing that, Maya let out a sigh of relief. She had said that deliberately to hear Diaz's true thoughts. In her old territory of Kashtex, slavery was common. The lord and his eldest son loved hunting slaves, although the second son had recently declared war on them. He too kept many female slaves. Hearing Diaz ban slavery, Maya's eyes filled with tears. That day a traveling merchant who often dealt with beastmen came to Iluku. The merchant was a frog person. His unprecedented appearance startled Diaz. The frog merchant wanted to trade for earth dragon materials. Seeing such a huge piece of shell, he found it hard to believe Diaz defeated it alone. Diaz didn't waste words. He showed his power directly. The frog merchant quickly ordered his men to unload. Diaz traded for plenty of supplies. Then the merchant showed him 2 pitiful young girls. Diaz thought he was into human trafficking and nearly attacked. The frog merchant quickly explained they weren't slaves. They were born in a village that saw twins as a curse. Their parents had to flee with them. Later their parents fell ill from overwork and on their deathbed gave all their savings to the merchant, hoping he would take the twins in as goods. But even so, all the expenses along the way had made it a losing deal. Arna confirmed the fraud was not lying, and the twins glowed a strong blue. Hearing that, Diaz agreed to adopt them and paid the merchant with materials for the costs. The twins looked shy. Diaz picked one up in each arm and asked their names. Seeing them stay quiet, he joked about naming them himself.